Hey there everybody, it's Greg from Dear Blogger. That's me right there, acting like a total goof. Now before you click away, I just want to say that if you've been looking for a guide to blog hosting, WordPress websites, or just a simple WordPress tutorial, then maybe stick around, because I think this free video might hit the spot for you. In the next few minutes, we're going to make a professional, customizable, potentially profitable WordPress website together that you can take away from this video. To save you some time and to make this video amazing, I've gone ahead and researched the web's best corporate business websites on Forbes, learning which features make them special, which features convert, and how to build those features. And I've already gone ahead and baked them into the website that we're going to build here together. If you're someone with little computer knowledge or no tech background, I know this might seem impossible. But stick with me in this tutorial and you'll walk away with the website on the same platform as the New York Times, CNN, Sony, Katy Perry, and other household brands the world has come to love. We're going to learn how to get excellent, hard-to-find discounts from the best web hosts around, which I've personally used and trusted for years to support all of my blogs and websites. And of course, we'll cover all the latest techniques in WordPress to help you jump out of the beginner stage and hopefully become someone who's comfortable building a website or a blog in any industry or niche. Before we begin, I just want to say thanks for making it this far in my video, because I bet your day is busy just like mine. I consider it an honor for anyone to watch one of my videos on a place like YouTube, so I try to pack as much value in here as I can. That said, this is all going to be a lot of fun. You're going to learn a lot of skills that you can take away and brag to your friends with. So if you're ready, then so am I, and let's see how this is all done. The first thing we want to do to get our website up is head over to Hostgator.com. They're one of the best places to host a new website or blog for more reasons than I can count, but a few of them include an award-winning live chat with real people, a 45-day money-back guarantee, and a simple beginner-friendly process called one-click script installs, which is basically a process for installing WordPress onto your domain name of choice without having to know any code like HTML or CSS or JavaScript or any weird techie knowledge or jargon like that. If you're serious about having your own business website, then you want to go with WordPress on your own host. This really is the best bet today, and it has been for years. Hostgator offers great deals like 20% off. I'll show you how to get an even better deal. And I should note that I could have used any web host when I started, but I chose Hostgator and I've been with them happily for years. That said, there are plenty of good web hosts on the web, plenty of good reviews out there, so go ahead and do your homework before you begin. Web hosting isn't free, but that doesn't mean it's expensive either, and we're going to be paying basically about as much as a cup of coffee per month to have a business website that could generate you new leads and new customers every day. Let's click on Get Started Now and see how easy it is to use Hostgator. After we're done looking at the cute alligator, we can click Choose a Plan. Now we're presented with three options which are important to consider. The hatchling plan is the cheapest, and it lets you run one single domain, like one .com or .net or .org. You get all the other features too. If you want to start a chain of websites or something like a web development business that featured several .coms, .orgs, or .nets, you should choose the baby plan. They offer unlimited domains, and that's how it differs from the hatchling plan, aside from being a little more expensive. The business plan could be great too, especially if your company is paying for this. And after all, we are making a business website, but I don't recommend this for personal use. For this tutorial, we're going to choose ourselves a hatchling plan, And the process of building the website on the plan is exactly the same for all three. I'm going to go ahead and choose 1 year because I'm confident I want to keep my website for at least that long, and click sign up now. As someone who's used this process a lot, I know that they'll remind you well within a year and ask if you want to keep going. Now we're taken to the Hostgator order form, and I actually have a .com I want to use already called naragai.com. Because I already bought it, meaning someone already owns it, then this little red message will come up. But hopefully your domain name will be available. Drop me a quick note in the comments if you want any help creating the best domain name possible, or just want help on keywords or brandability or something. I'm going to click I already own this domain and then proceed. Moving down, the process is really straightforward and simple, just like an order on Amazon.com or something like that. So we're on to step 2 now, and I'm going to make sure everything looks good with my hatchling plan selected and a billing cycle for 12 months. Next up, I've got to create a username, so whatever you're used to using. Next, we'll create a numerical security pin, which is really just any number you're used to memorizing, and make sure to write that down in a safe place because you'll need it if you can't get into your account or if you forgot your password or something. Onwards to step 3, and we'll have to enter in our billing info and then decide if we're going to pay by credit card or by PayPal. But what are we paying for here? Well, what we're paying for is the web hosting space, kind of like a parking spot for your website or a brand new apartment, and the domain name if you're getting a new domain name. We're actually not paying for the WordPress website. That part is free. It's called free open source, in fact, which is a term you might have heard, but that just means that WordPress and WordPress.org, in our case, is a free software that's made available on the web to anyone who already has their own domain name and web hosting space. That's how it works. You get the web hosting space and the domain name, and then you install WordPress for free. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about step 3, because I've definitely gone through it multiple times. In step 4, we'll see there's some additional services that Hostgator provides, like SiteLock, CodeGuard, and search engine visibility. SiteLock's probably the best of them because it helps your security from fraud and malware in an internet that's becoming increasingly vulnerable. But I don't personally recommend it, especially if you're on a budget. Now's the fun part. In step 5, you'll get to enter a coupon code, and Hostgator's already offered you their awesome 20% off deal. That's obviously better than nothing. However, as a registered affiliate for Hostgator, I have a coupon you can use to save 30% off your hosting package, which is take 30 off. To redeem the coupon, just type it in like that. Make sure you use the number 0 and then the letter O, and then click validate. You'll notice how that green discount went up and reduces the total amount due today. Go ahead and use that extra money you saved on a professional logo, some advertising, or just reinvest it in your business. This is actually a pretty good deal for both of us, because when you use the coupon to save 30% off and get a great deal on your new hosting plan, I earn a small affiliate commission from Hostgator for showing you the coupon and for showing you how to use their services. The internet's a pretty cool place these days. I'm thankful that I can spend my time showing you how to make an awesome website. I'm thankful that you even found this video and are watching it. And as someone who used to just spend his time staring at a screen eating potato chips, I'm thankful that I figured this whole website thing out. Alright, just kidding. Now that we're done with step number 5 and we have a coupon, we can go ahead and step number 6 is just to review our order details. So we get our 24/7, 365 phone, live chat, email support for free. We get our account activation for free. You can get all your money back for up to 45 days, which is a good amount of time to think about whether you want a website. It is good to take action now, though. That's what everyone recommends. And here is our package. There's not a whole lot to look at right here. The original plan would have costed $83.40. 30% off of that is $25.02 off. That's 30% off for a total of $58.38. If you are buying a domain name too from Hostgator, there'll be a little bit more to look at. And as usual, let me know in the comments about any questions on that. Now that we've read through step number 6, let's click this button. Please do read these if you'd like, and then we can just click Checkout Now. Once you click the Checkout Now button, you'll see a confirmation page saying that your payment went through, and then it's time to check our email. So here I am in my inbox, and I want to find an email from sales titled hostgator.com, your account info. If you don't get this email right away, don't worry, you should receive it in about 5 to 10 minutes. Once you do, we can open this up, and we can find important information for logging into Hostgator, where we are then going to install WordPress onto our new hosting plan. So at this point, our domain name is registered, our hosting plan is also registered, but we want to have something to look at when we visit the domain name, so we're going to put WordPress onto the domain name. We'll do this using that one-click WordPress install with no coding necessary that we talked about right at the beginning. The small problem is I've already put a WordPress website on this domain that we want to use. So right now I'm going to show you kind of a cool process, which is how to delete a WordPress website. And I'm going to do this so that we can be on the same page and install WordPress at the same time. And then we're going to basically recreate everything you see here, all of this content. Alright, so I've already backed up the site and put all the content in this website folder, which we'll use in a second. And I don't really recommend deleting a website like this, but it is 2015 and people are gaining more understanding of how the back end of a website works. So let's check it out. And if you'd rather take a break now, that's a good idea too. Maybe go get a free refill on your drink. And we'll be installing your copy of WordPress in a second. Alright, let's find my file manager and find the right WordPress site, which is Naragai. We're going to go into the back end of the WordPress site now. If you someday choose to become a WordPress developer, like I perhaps foolishly have done, then this is the kind of screen you'll be looking at a lot of the time. Be uploading content via FTP, as they call it. Alright, this part goes pretty quick. I'm just going to quadruple check that I'm on the right domain name. And now I'm going to select all, and then take a quick gulp, hit delete, and then delete the site. Alright, our directory is now empty, and our site is now obliterated. Alright, moving on, we can proceed to install WordPress. Go ahead and copy this password right here. Copy that, remember your username, and then click the control panel link right here. Alright, we're now logging into our control panel. Make sure to use the username and password from the Your Account Info email. Mine are a little bit different now because I moved a couple of things around. Kind of a long story. In any case, welcome to Control Panel. This is where you'll find access to your email accounts. You can create custom emails with your domain name in them, so you don't have to use Gmails, Yahoos, stuff like that. You'll find other free tools for SEO and marketing. And most importantly right now, we want to install WordPress, so we're going to go to the Quick Install tool. Alright, and we can play around with all these other free tools later. Click on this blue clock icon or the link itself, and we'll open the famous Quick Install at Hostgator. Now we want to click on WordPress. Alright, this is exactly what we want. I always like reading this copy right here. WordPress is both free and priceless at the same time. Beautiful, and we can click continue. And now it's time to find the domain where you want to install WordPress. In our case, it's on naraigai.com/nothing. Leave this blank. And in your case, there might just be one domain name right here instead of lots of them. Alright, and now we can just fill out some basic info like my email. Alright, once your screen looks like mine, then you're all set to install WordPress. So we can now click install now. What's going to happen is Hostgator is going to pull the WordPress software from wordpress.org. Alright, it's going to get the legit stuff right here from WordPress. So we don't need to download anything from there. It's just going to grab that and put it on our domain and our hosting. Alright, so let's do it. Should go pretty quick. Alright, congratulations, your installation is ready. Alright folks, we are now making really good progress. Give yourself a good old pat on the back. Now is actually a good time to take a break because there's a decent chance that your WordPress will still be settling into place and getting itself ready when you see this screen for the first time. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick break and get a snack and maybe go catch some sunlight. And then I'm going to come back and we can proceed with building our WordPress website. Alright guys, I am back from my break and I'm going to check my email because I want to make sure that WordPress emailed us, and they have. So you'll get this from WordPress. It's just called no reply, and it contains this very information from the quick install. Alright, so once you get this email, your new WordPress is ready. You can close this window. Alright, so why don't we go ahead and log into WordPress and see what's going on. Copy the password. We're going to change that too in a second. Click on your new admin link. This is your login link. Alright, so that's a good idea to bookmark this link, and that way you can find it easily within your browser. And let's see what's going on. Alright, we can click login. Hopefully things are working fine. Cross your fingers. And alright, ta-da! Here's our new copy of WordPress. It looks good, just how it should. Alright. For some reason it is loaded up with a 2014 theme, which is kind of funny, so let's see what's going on. I'm going to go to Appearance and Themes. And it looks like 2014 auto-activated. I guess they're doing that now. And 2015 is right here. So let's see what that would look like by clicking Activate. And then clicking this button in the upper left. Cool. This is your 2015 theme to play around with. I recommend doing so. Alright. Clicking this Delete Cache button right here will just basically speed things up and get rid of any images that are sort of stuck or not loading properly. But if you might remember, our website looked a lot different. So we are actually going to change the theme to make a completely different and hopefully more professional, more customizable, and more profitable website. Alright, to do that, let's just go to Appearance and Themes. But right before we do that, I want to do a couple housekeeping things. I want to first off change our password, and we can do that in Users. Alright, so to change the password, you just have to find yourself, click Edit. We can change the color scheme. Alright, and then just type in a new password at the bottom. Alright, and then click Update Profile. Alright, now we're going to go over to plugins, do a couple more housekeeping things. And ideally you want all your plugins to be either active or deleted, and having less plugins will speed up your website. I'm going to delete Mojo Marketplace because that's just a plugin that tries to sell us WordPress themes, which I don't want. Get rid of that one quickly. Pretty easy to do. And then I'm going to activate the spam protector called Akismet. It's very nice of WordPress. And Hello Dolly, which is just a cute plugin from the founder of WordPress, Matt Mullenweg. So we can bulk activate those two. And just a word to the wise, this is how you want to see it in plugins. You want this blue line to go all the way down, and if there's a broken spot in the blue line, then you have to take action. Now it's time to set up our new theme so we can get more professional and move forward towards creating that final product that we saw earlier. Within themes, we can click Add New. And I'd recommend searching around. I know a bunch of you will want to just choose your own theme, which is great. It's really great that you've made it this far, and I'm really happy about that. So do some searches. There are thousands of free WordPress themes, and you can find them by looking up whatever it is you're into, like fashion or maybe health. You know, a bunch of health themes, sports. Most of these are free. I don't recommend paying for a premium theme yet, so find yourself a good free theme and make the most of it. For now, the theme I know we want is just called Vantage, and it's one of the best WordPress business themes on the market today. It's one of the most downloaded and has a really good set of statistics on the WordPress.org site. So I've found it right here, and I'm going to click Install. All right. We also need to activate it, and once we do so, we can see that the website will look a lot different and a lot better right away. Alright, so all we did was install a new theme, and the website looks completely different. Alright, we're now going to start building our website. We're of course going to build the exact site that we looked at before. You can obviously build whatever you want with WordPress, but keep in mind that we're going to use the comments for any sorts of design or building questions you might have. Alright, a good idea when you start building any WordPress site is to first add pages. Alright, so we're going to do that. I'm going to hover up here and click New Page. And then I'm just going to add several pages, so follow along. Gonna leave the pages blank for now, alright, and then add content in a second. Alright, we have a Contact Us page. I'm gonna add an About Us page and click Publish. You'll notice this little link here fills itself in, and ideally these words should match whatever the title is in the simplest way possible. That's called the permalink. Alright, we're also going to add a blog page like that. And we're going to change the template on the blog page so it is blog. Alright, that's a pretty cool template. A lot of business folks nowadays want a blog in addition to a website. So this gives us that functionality and will document all the new posts that you write in that page area. Alright, we're going to make a gallery. Publish. Our gallery will hold media like images and videos. And that should do it. Alright, with those pages made, I wanna put them on the site, okay? So they show up above right here now, but WordPress is basically just guessing where they should go. So I want to organize these pages better in our navigation menu. That'll both help our readers find the right page when our site's done, and it'll help us click around when we're editing the pages in this process right now. Let's go to our menus area by hovering over our dashboard button and clicking menus. Alright, within menus we can rearrange these items pretty easily. I'm going to remove the sample page by clicking remove. Alright. And then I'm going to click create menu. Before I do that though, I want to give the menu a name. So we'll just call it main navigation. That looks great. Alright, we've now made our first menu, and to have it show up on the site we have to actually choose a location. So the only location is this one right here. Just make sure to check primary menu and then save. Alright, our menu is now made and we can use it to click into our new pages. If we go to the desktop and open up the website folder, we can see this folder has 5 images and a content guide. So let's upload those images to the website and let's see what our content guide tells us. Alright. To upload images to your new WordPress site, go to the dashboard and then click on media. And once we're in media, we can click add new. Then select files. Alright, and then once we've done that, let's just open up our website folder. And I'm just going to hit Control, or rather Command because I'm on a Mac. And I'm going to highlight all the images and then bulk open them onto our website. This will help us quickly add images to our new pages and places around the site, like the image slider. Alright, that should do it. We now have some images on the site. And I'm just going to put them in the order they are right here. Alright, so I'm just going to first put in our logo. The logo can be put in appearance and theme settings. This is where the bulk of the specialty of this theme exists, in theme settings. Alright, so for the logo, we can just click on the logo tab. We're going to choose a logo image and then highlight our logo. We can set logo, and then we can save settings. And I'll tell you right now that I made this logo using free tools on pixlr.com, that's pixlr.com, and on dryicons.com. That's a free logo repository, and I'll give you both of those links in the description. Alright, our logo is up and looking great. So now that we have some media, why don't we go ahead and create the pages. Let's fill in those pages and then just build our site top to bottom. First, I want to add content to our About Us page by clicking Edit Page. I want to put a picture in, so Add Media is how to do that. Just like the logo, we can highlight it so it's checked. Alright, and then choose some logo settings right here, or rather some image settings. The alignment will decide which direction the image goes around the text. You can click none to have it sit above your text. Alright, but this looks good with the medium size, and I'm going to insert it. This page now needs some text, which I'm going to grab from our business website content. Just a little bit about me and my history, my experience working with brands like Sony and Huffington Post, and then a little bit of a welcome. So I encourage you to write something pretty heartfelt right there. It can go a long way with your first time readers. And now I'm just going to update the page. So it's already published, and that button will become update after it's already published. Alright, let's check it out. And there we go. A nice About Us page with an image and some text and even some styling and a smiley face. Alright, that's all very easy to do on your own, and the editor is in fact a lot like a Microsoft Word sort of feature. Because I use WordPress a lot, I like looking at the text tab. but the visual tab has tons of tools like Microsoft Word. Pretty cool. Alright, let's set up our Contact Us page. Okay, we can edit it just like we did for About Us. And on this page I want to put in a contact form so that our customers and clients can contact us. But I don't want to just put my email in there, and that's why I want to use a form, because a form will mask that email. WordPress itself doesn't always come with a contact form, but we can get one by clicking Plugins and Add New. So you're going to ask, what's a plugin? Well, a plugin is a tool to extend the functionality of WordPress. So WordPress can't do everything on its own, but developers have built plugins like the one we're going to get called Contact Form 7. And with these plugins, we can virtually do whatever we want with WordPress. So let's install that, activate our plugin. Alright, now we get a new button for contact forms, which I'm just going to click. We just made our WordPress navigation a bit more robust. Alright, and I'm going to use our contact form 1, which is a default form. You can make as many as you would like, but to insert a contact form, you just need to highlight this code. It's actually called a short code. And then once it's highlighted, just copy it, bring it back to our Contact Us page. Alright, and then paste it in. So just hit Control Paste, just like that, and then click Update. So that was pretty easy, perhaps too easy, but it worked great. And now that we go to our Contact Us page, we see we have a beautiful form with the basic criteria for a Contact Us form. This form will send the message to whichever email WordPress has stored. Alright? And if you want to change that email, you'll have to go to Settings, and then General, and then change your email address. So right now, this contact form is going to send the messages to me, which is just how I like it. Alright, let's go back to our site. And let's set up the gallery. Okay? And the gallery is going to use another plugin. Alright, another plugin. So where do we get this plugin for the gallery? Well, if we're in Appearance, we can find the Homepage button. And the Homepage button takes us to this page, which is a prompter to install the free Page Builder. Page Builder is a drag and drop WordPress customizing tool, which is, as far as I know, unique to the Vantage theme. And that's one reason we're using it. It really makes the theme awesome, and it lets us do a lot with a little bit of effort, which I like. So I'm going to install Page Builder, and that's going to help us make our gallery page and our home page. This is another plugin, so we have to activate the plugin. Pretty simple, alright? We don't have to pay a dime for that one. Alright, I'm actually going to delete this one while we're here, just to keep our site nice and clean. Looks good. Alright, so now in our pages, we'll actually have another option. And that option is going to be the Page Builder. You can find Page Builder right here. This is something that most WordPressers don't get to see, and I know that because I've used a lot of different themes and built on a lot of different sites. So that's pretty cool. Click on Page Builder to start using it, and now we're just going to add some basic content. We're going to click on Row, and then add a 33% 3 across row. We're going to insert it. Alright, now I want to highlight a row and click Add Widget. That's pretty cool. And I just want to add a basic text widget. There's a lot to choose from, but I want just text. This will let me put in any sort of text or HTML that I want without really needing to know any code at all. So I'm going to add text there. And then I'm going to edit the text. You can see once we hover, it gives us the 3 options to edit, duplicate, or delete. I want to edit. Alright, that's pretty cool. Now I'm actually going to show you a cool trick, and you can of course do whatever you want in these widgets in your gallery. Alright, but I want to go ahead and use a video. So I'm just going to grab a video that I made, and not one of those other snowboarding videos, and I'm going to put it in that little box by clicking Share, Embed, copying the embed, bring it back to the site, pasting, and then clicking Done. I know that's a lot, but I want to show you now quickly what will happen just by using a bit of code that YouTube generates for us. So we now have a video embed on a page, which is pretty special. We can actually play the video right from the page. A little small, so someone could also open it up like that, play it on YouTube.
Website with no code.
Pretty cool. And if you want to make it bigger or anything like that, just let me know and I'll help you do that. Alright, that's the basic process for creating your gallery and including images or video multimedia content. You'll notice on our gallery we have this sidebar, and this sort of stuff really annoys me. I don't like having uncategorized and links that our users wouldn't really understand. So I'm going to delete all of them. Alright, how do we delete those sidebar links? Well, to do that, we can go to our Widgets tab, which is in Appearance, Widgets, and once we're here we can just delete everything in this little sidebar area. Alright, these are the widgets to choose from, and these are the ones that are live on the site right now. Okay, we'll keep the search bar, but gonna expand and delete all of the rest of them. You might want to put these widgets back when you have some real categories or real content to show, but we of course don't. And just simply deleting them like that, we'll delete them on the site if we refresh. Alright, that's great stuff. So we've now covered 3 of our pages. 4, I guess, because the home page just takes us back to our home page, which we still have to build. And now let's look at the blog. Alright, so the blog is just a bunch of entries, and the first entry is the sample post. So if you create more posts, they will actually just start stacking in chronological order on our blog. And remember, that's because we chose the template for blog. Alright, so to get your blog posts stacking chronologically and display them for your readers, that's all you have to do. And I don't believe you even need to write anything right here. Just start adding new posts in the Post tab. Alright folks, let's get serious now and start putting in the content that I learned about in my research of Forbes.com's top business websites. The first feature I want to put in is the social media buttons in the header. We're going to replace the Call Me Maybe, and to start this process, we're going to need another plugin. Alright, so let's click Plugins, Add New, and do a quick search for a plugin called Top 25 Social. That should do it. Alright, we want this beautiful plugin, which is exactly what it says. It's the most used 25 social icons. Install it, activate it as per usual. Alright, and then now we have it right here. So to start using this, I want to actually go to Appearance, Widgets. Alright, and I'm actually going to build this out in our sidebar and then put it in the header. I know that sounds kind of crazy, and it is, but you'll see that it makes sense in a second. Alright, so just follow along if you want to get this social widget in your header. The first thing we do before changing any of this is actually just to go to Settings. So follow me to Settings by clicking that link. And then I want to make sure that these are all selected. I want to open the buttons in a new tab in the browser when someone clicks them. And I want the square icons, but you might go ahead and choose the circles or the leaf shapes. Alright, with those all set, click Save Changes. Then let's go back to our widgets. And we can start filling in the social links that we want. Or of course you could just copy these in from the sites themselves. Might be a little bit quicker. Alright, I've chosen the social buttons that I want, so I'm gonna save the widget. Alright, and then also delete the title, we don't need that. So save again. And then I'm gonna check out the site and see how this widget looks. Let's go to any other page like contact. And this widget is in the sidebar. So that's looking pretty cool. Make sure it works. Alright, people can find us on social media, and you should actually go ahead and follow me for real. I share a lot of good blogging advice and website advice. But for now, we want to put it in the header up here. To do that, the process is actually kind of weird, so bear with me. It's a little bit of a hack I've found for WordPress, and this might help you in the future as you try to move other items around that won't want to move. Alright, so one way to move things is to find where they exist. And you can find that by right-clicking and then clicking Inspect Element, which is especially useful if you're in Google Chrome. Alright, so once you do that, I want to actually find the location of the icons. So basically I have to keep opening up arrows until I can find the right section where those icons are. So that's actually in secondary, and it looks like it's actually right here. So I want to click this so it's highlighted. The aside ID equals Baba2, and then I want to right click copy. Alright, once we do that, we're going to actually go to our content guide, and I'm going to paste it, and I want it to look exactly like this because I've already done that process, of course. Alright, looks like we got the right code. Cool. Very cool. So I'm going to close Inspect Element, and then I'm going to go to Widgets, and we can go to our theme settings. Theme settings is the place that controls what's up here in the header. And then hop over to logo, and in the header text I'm just going to rather obnoxiously paste that entire section with all that social media content, and then I'm going to save settings, and let's see what happens. Alright, let's do a refresh. And that's great. So our social icons are now at the top where we want them. They will still work, of course. And what we did was basically copy the source code from the sidebar and put it in the header. So, a little trick. Now you know a little trick for finding the source code in WordPress. And now that they're looking good, I can delete them from the sidebar. So I hope that wasn't too much, and I hope you enjoyed that little part. Alright, our website is really coming along. We're going to keep building it top to bottom, and that means changing up our slider. Let's get rid of this stock content, even though it looks kind of cool. And let's put in those images we uploaded a little while ago. Alright, let's go back to theme settings. It's becoming our favorite place. And then go to the home. Alright. Homepage slider recommends that we install Meta Slider, so I'm just going to do that. It's another plugin, so we're getting even more powerful. We can activate it, and then we can just start using it by going to our new Meta Slider option. Let's create our first slideshow. And once we're in here, we can just start adding slides. So there are a lot of settings to play around with later, but I know roughly what we want, and I'm actually just going to bulk add the 3 images. One sort of note here, I recommend really large images for this slider. They will show up the best, and we don't want our images stretched so they get pixelated or blurry. A good size, and what I'm using now, is just 1200 pixels by 800 pixels. That's 1200 on the width and 800 on the height. Alright, with those in place, I want to refer to the slider settings I wrote out that I've already sort of pre-calculated. Okay. And I'm just going to start filling those in right here. They're all in this line right here. Okay. Alright, looks like we need to open up the advanced settings. Check 100% wide, check centerline, check autoplay. I want a standard image crop, and the rest is perfect. Let's save our new slider. And then it won't be showing up on the home page quite yet. We actually have to go to settings, or rather appearance, and then theme settings. And in home, we have to actually select our new slider, which we forgot to name. Alright, let's save settings. Hit the refresh. And now our new slider will automatically populate. And that's pretty cool. When we're hovering away from the slider, it will automatically scroll through. If we put the mouse over it, it will pause. Alright, so let me know if you have any questions about the slider. Alright, moving on down, it's time to create those pretty little featured icons that can talk about your business or your content. We're also going to create a call to action area that's good for phone numbers or announcements about your business. And we're going to create a footer, and then we're going to call it a day because it's been a lot already and you should be proud. Alright, let's go back to our Vantage theme settings, our awesome Vantage theme, and we're going to go to homepage. Alright, custom homepage is off, so we want it on. And then we can just start doing some changes. Alright, I'm going to start off by deleting this entire row. I don't want it, and I am sure. Alright. And then we're going to start editing these circle icons. Okay, but first I'm going to put the headline. Put the headline above the circles. Okay, so let's edit our headline first. And I have some text written out already that will go perfectly in the headline because it talks about my service, which is making WordPress websites. Right, I'm just going to copy that, edit the row, rather edit the widget, and you can try out whatever sort of text you want, of course, but this is all just pre-written based on my imagination. Going to click done, save, and then refresh. Alright, so our homepage should be looking a little different. We have a call to action area set up. Alright, and then some icons, and I'm going to change up those icons now to really give an accurate representation of my business as opposed to just a cute one. Okay, so let's go ahead and edit the first circle icon and put in the text I want. Alright, this is your kind of brand. Got the bar chart icon and the secondary text. Pretty amazing that we get all of these icons for free along with this theme. Alright, let's edit the second circle icon. Okay. Bada boom, bada boom. Alright, let's save that home page. And let's refresh. And we now have our icons of choice and our text of choice. That's really cool. Alright, what I want to do is change these links because they don't make sense anymore. Alright, no one's going to start editing right now. So I'm going to change up the links, but I'm also going to decide where they go to. Alright, so I want this to go to my About page, the first icon. I want plenty of content to go to my gallery. And I want my award-winning blog to, of course, go to the blog. Now, without visiting the individual pages, we can actually hover over the items in our menu and right-click and then click Copy Link Address. Alright, so that'll let us easily set the links of the icons. Let's put one in there for more URL and link the icon. And then just change the text to learn more. Boom. Save it. And now both this icon and the learn more button will take us right to my beautiful About Us page. Alright, so I'm going to do that for the other two links right now. And now that that's done, we can see that our website is really starting to come together in a logical way, and it's really starting to make sense. Alright, so there are a few more little details we want to take care of because there's no point in leaving a website half finished or 80% finished. So what I want to do is give us a different footer. So there's some footer text in theme settings general. If you write it in there, then it'll go above this site origin link, which is a link back to the creators of the theme. So all props to them. However, I do want to get rid of it, and I want to just simplify that with a copyright symbol about our own business. Alright, so let's get rid of this pointless text right there. And then to get rid of that other footer, we have to go to the editor. Once you're in editor, go all the way down to the section called footer. It's actually parts/footer.php. And we're basically just going to write over some code, so not a big deal. We're not actually doing any coding. And we can actually delete everything from the theme to the letter A. Once you do that, you'll have room to write in whatever else you want. I'm just going to write copyright business website 2015. To be fancy, let's get ourselves a copyright symbol. Always useful. Hopefully we can just paste it from Google. But it looks like we actually have to click into Wikipedia. One more step. Yada yada. Alright, so just get that symbol. And then let's put it up on our website. And we can, you could write whatever you want, like all rights reserved or some rights reserved. But that looks good enough for me, so I'm going to update. Let's check out our new footer. Alright, looks beautiful. You can use the arrow to get back to the top where we're really almost done. And the final step to make our new business website really come together and really look perfect is just to insert a little bit of code that I've written for you. Now this code isn't going to change the site. What it's going to do is just align the borders a little bit. For instance, it's going to get rid of this white space here, and it's going to align the social icons with the logo. So they're a little off right now. And yeah, I just wrote a little code to clean up the site. Use it if you would like, and I'll show you how to do it right now. I thought that would help. To use this code, we want to go to our plugins first, and I want to get a plugin called Theme Junkie Custom CSS. Alright, this is sort of a developer tool I use, but it's also just really good for general edits on the site, making small edits, and it's a good way to learn CSS. Not that you have to by any means, but this will help you become more powerful as you go down the yellow brick road of WordPress. Alright, so once you install that, you'll have a new area, which is actually an appearance called Custom CSS. Alright, so just like I promised at the beginning, you're going to learn the latest WordPress techniques to make us non-beginners. Even though being a beginner is kind of fun and we can complain and all, I want you to have a quick learning curve, or as quick as humanly possible. So I'm going to drop you this code in the description. For now, I'm just going to toss it in with the copy paste. Alright, and this is all just code that I got from using the inspect element tool, and it's basic CSS. Let's save it, and then keep your eye on the header of the site and this section when I hit refresh. Alright, things kind of tightened up, so that's good. It's good to have a tightened up website and a tightened up look. And you are now the proud owner of a WordPress website in 2015. Really do let me know in the comments if you have any questions about building any sort of feature around this site or around WordPress. I would rather you ask a crazy question than just have your questions go unanswered and be confused. I'm really glad you found the video. Please go ahead and share it with your friends, your family, if you think they can handle it. And please do hit thumbs up or thumbs down. And that's about all I got right now. So thanks again. It was fun making this. And I'll see you around. Alright, take care everyone.